Nathan Hansen of Idaho Falls makes automotive repair kits to help the heating and AC block in your Nissan Rogue continue to function. Welcome to BizBuzz. I'm Rhett Nelson from the EastIdahoNews.com studio. I met Nathan at his home earlier this week to learn more about these kits and how they work. They're specifically for Nissan Rogues. Apparently, there is a mechanism in the heating and AC block of those vehicles that tends to break down over time. So there's a device called the blendor, and it rotates when you switch your car from heating to air conditioning. It helps regulate the temperature. That device tends to quit working because a piece on it strips and locks it in place. He has a kit where you can go in there, take out the heating block, replace a part that will prevent it from stripping and hold it in place forever so that you never have to take it into a dealership and deal with expensive fees. You can do it all completely yourself. I met him at his home to see how they work. Let's take a look.
On the heater, there's a weakness, there's a weak spot. On the blendor, it strips out, and this is actually one of those blendors. You can see here, it is supposed to be hex-shaped, but it's rounded out. They crack. Almost everyone has one or two cracks. This plastic is not very abrasion resistant. So the factory setup right here, this is a factory gear that's supposed to spin this door. It just ends up stripping out. Then this door doesn't move. This door is inside this heater box. The heater box itself is under the dash in front of the driver and passenger, and it's very expensive to replace, very costly and intrusive to get in there and tear out the whole dashboard, the steering column, evacuate the air conditioning, drain the coolant. There's potential for squeaks and rattles and electrical problems going back together. So in the kit, you get actually everything you need to repair. Very detailed instructions. Comes with all the figures. We've lined them up so it's easy to follow. We've added some convenience items. We got paper towels, we got gloves. We added these tools in here. So you get a mini ratchet, a wrench, a pick, pry bar, and some bits. And all these are pieces to help you, when it's in the vehicle, take it apart and access it. Because you don't have to take this whole heater box out to fix it. That's the other thing. It saves a bunch of time and hassle there. Then the essential parts of the kit, there's the adhesive and then the activator. This little bottle of activator chemical makes it possible to bond to that temperamental plastic. So it makes the whole thing possible. Added some alcohol pads just to wipe up, clean it up, get all the grease out. Little cleaning supplies and small tools in there for that. These are actually the parts to fix it. So this piece, if you use the kit, it bonds in there permanently and makes a permanent connection there. And then the motor gets retrofitted with this gear, and there's a new connection point that doesn't wear out. Once you take the panels off, you're going to see this. This is the driver's side. When you do the repair, this heater box stays in the vehicle, so it makes it very convenient. Once you take the panels off to access this, there'll be this vent in the way. It's a little hard to get off, but I explained in the video how to do it. So once you get this vent off, then you're going to see this motor. This is the motor that comes off. So there's two screws here. When you pull this motor off, you're going to see this factory gear right there. And it spins this door, and this is the door right here that's in there.
Okay.
Spins and switches from hot to cold, and then everywhere in between.
Okay.
You see this one? This is off of a Rogue with not many miles on it. See, it's cracked. It's just starting to strip out. So it's going to be stripped out. The other nice thing about our kit is it will fit even if your car's brand new and doesn't have any wear yet, and it's not broken yet. This kit will fit. You'll just get that really nice and clean.
Okay. Then
you'll take a new cotton swab. We have plenty of them in here. This activator chemical gets applied and allows the adhesive to bond to it.
Okay.
It's very hard to bond to that adhesive or to that plastic. So you just put the activator on, and then we measure out a very specific amount of adhesive. So the syringe, in the instructions, it explains how much adhesive to put in here. This little needle works perfect. And then once you've applied the adhesive, you simply push it in, and then it looks like that. And then when you put the new motor on, it's got this gear in it. and it's just got a perfect engagement that will not wear out. And you're good to go.
Appreciate Nathan's time and showing me how that works. By the way, there's more information about Nathan's motivation behind this, what the story behind why he decided to make these kits. That information is in an article below this video at eastidahonews.com, so be sure and check that out. In Idaho Falls, I'm Rhett Nelson for BizBuzz, eastidahonews.com.